Hi guys, I just wanted to show you a quick video on how to make these clocks from old vinyl records. So they're very cool. I've got another one here as well with a mermaid on. So really nice. The kids can sort of theme them however they want. So you will start with a painted record. So we've already pre-sprayed all the records, and on the other side the clock mechanism has already been put in, and all that needs to happen is a battery needs to go in right at the very end. It also has a hook on it, so they can hang that straight on the wall at home once the record is complete. So they're going to start with this, and what you're going to do is you're going to have these wood chip numbers, and you should just have the ones that are going to go for the 12, 3, 6 and 9. So you should have all these numbers like this, and what you're going to do is start by painting them, and we're actually going to paint them all the same color. So we're going to paint them yellow first, and for the painting purposes, we've actually got these little sort of makeup brushes this time, which are really quite cool. So you'll have a little bit of yellow paint out, put that on, and then once that's dry, it should dry quite quickly because it's just chipboard. Once that's dry, you're going to have the glow-in-the-dark paint, which can just go over the top. So there'll be little bottles like this. This is obviously the expensive paint, so just once it's all dry, pop some of that over the top, and then that's sort of the starting point for them, is to paint that. Once those are dry, they can also use these little circles that are going to go in the middle. So you'll see here on the mermaid one, we've got this mermaid paper, and this one had the like animal print. So there's going to be pre-drawn on circles, and there's lots of different options for them at this point in terms of what they can choose. So there is the mermaid paper, and we've also got I'll decide whether we use this one or not. This is like a it's like a sort of a multicolored paper. This one is actually adhesive already, that's why I'm deciding whether it goes in, but I think we will put it in. And then there's also all different sort of animal shape papers that can go on as well. There's snakes and zebras and all that kind of thing, as well as just some general sort of cork. It's like a cork sheet of fabric. So the circle will be on there already, and what you need to do is just cut out that circle shape for the well, they cut out the circle shape once they've chosen which one they want to do. Sorry, the scissors was not the best scissors to choose for this video. We'll make it work. So they're going to cut this circle out. So this is great to do even while their numbers are drying the first time. So you're going to cut that out, and then what you need to do is fold it in half, and then fold it in half again, so you have a little wedge. And then you're just going to snip the middle of the wedge. So just snip the middle, and that's going to create a little hole like that. Okay. And then off that, you're going to put it on top of the clock, and that'll be the center of their clock. So they need to glue that on. So we'll have the quick dry glue, put that glue on, glue it on top. Once they've got their numbers painted, they can then glue those on as well. And then finally, they can actually do their decorating with stickers. Now we've got heaps and heaps of different options for stickers. I don't think that the kids are going to use a whole sheet of stickers each. It's just too much to go on the clock. So it's just about having some options out there for them, and obviously trying to use up the packs as they go along. So they can put those on. The important thing is really just to make sure that whatever they're putting on, they're not layering up too much. We will also have some gems out. So like you can see here, we've made the markings in between the clocks. So all the 11, the 10, etc. We've used the glitter shapes for that. We also have the sticky dots. You can see them on this one. So there's the sticky dots there. So they can mark those spaces out. It doesn't need to be 100% accurate. But whatever they do, it's just important that it doesn't really become too high, because otherwise the clock hands are not going to pass over it. So it's just important it sort of stays at that level there. That's the wood letters, so that it doesn't go any higher than that. So they can't layer up like stickers or dots and stuff like that. That's just one important note. So once they've sort of finished decorating, this is the I guess the most technical part of it. So there are 3 pieces to the clock. So there's the short hand, the long hand, and then the second hand as well. So they are quite flimsy, especially the second hand piece. So they can become bent. But what you want to do is put on the short hand first, and you should be able to feel it sort of click on nice and firmly. If it doesn't do that, then get a different one to use. So it should click on, and you can almost feel the mechanism when you turn it. And then you're going to put on the next one on top. If these don't click in right, then the clock basically won't work. So it's best to get it done properly. And then finally, you're going to put on your second hand in the middle. Oops. So this one has got a little hole in the middle, and it goes through the little pin at the top. It's very important that they don't try and pull this out again. It's happened to me a few times. If they try and pull it out, the middle pin comes out, and when that middle pin comes out, the clock mechanism won't work. So I will include some extra clock mechanisms in these little things in the pack in case that does happen. These basically screw into the actual vinyl record. So once they've got those hands on, you can obviously adjust them. If they're a little bit bent, you can make them straight, and then they can have a battery put in. And once that battery's in, it'll just start, you'll see it just start spinning, the clock will start spinning around. So there isn't like an on-off switch as such. It's either on or it's not on. So that's it really. So they should be able to have lots of fun decorating it up. I think that they should have enough time to do that. And you know, if it does feel like there's not enough time, I will include some colouring in sheets and stuff for them to do as well, if they want to, if it goes too quickly. But it is only a half-an-hour session again. So I hope that helps, guys.